Hola amigos, with another Thursday comes another tower skin showcase, the final one for now, at least until the release of 4.6 or 4.7. And what better way to end it off than with these steampunk submarines? JK, actually, I can think of better skins to end the current skin line with, but that's besides the point. Anyways, this should be interesting seeing as the subs are now powered with steam instead of whatever is used for the original submarine. We begin with the 00 upgrade as usual, and it's pretty much an entire art overhaul, jumping completely to the other side of the color spectrum with a brownish paint coating. Personally not my cup of tea, but that's how steampunk is supposed to look like, so I wouldn't say it's bad per se given the theme. We know better than to judge before seeing everything else though, so here, let me show you the 10 upgrade, with nothing changing other than the monkey sailor's cap from white to red, just like the OG subskin. And just cause I can, let me examine this steampunk submarine in greater detail. It's quite a bit blurry zoomed in, but bear with me. There are three things that slightly stand out here. First is the monkey goggles. I don't believe the original skins have these, so that's a nice addition I suppose. Second, the windows on the side of the steampunk sub. Actually, what the hell is that supposed to be? I'm kind of doubting it's a window now, seeing as windows don't usually bulge far out like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. And there are also some brown straps around the things, so if someone can figure out what those things are, that would be nice. And third, the fins at the back. Does anyone else notice that they're somewhat transparent? I had no idea this was a thing in battles, cause I never noticed any part of a tower or projectile that didn't have 100% opacity before, well aside from the radar thing. Interestingly enough though, the transparent fins were also a thing in the original subskin, but they were so tiny that I bet most of you, including me, didn't even notice it. So there you go boys and girls, you learn something new every day. Slightly off topic, but knowing that the technology is there, Ninja Kiwi could have made the mortar skins even more lit by having the firework projectile slowly fade out when being fired into the air instead of disappearing in the blink of an eye. That way it doesn't look awkward as shit and a turnoff, as I saw a few people mention. Alright, back to the showcase at hand. The twin guns upgrade on the right side looks exactly as intended, giving the monkey sailor a yellow cap and as well as extra gun at the front of the sub. Same goes with the 2-1 upgrade, with the hat turning green as well as an itty-bitty submarine change. The 2-2 doesn't change much either, blue hat and a tiny makeover at the back of the submarine. Damn, I blazed through those 3 upgrades faster than I blazed through my 1 kilogram supply of cocaine. So time to slow it down a bit with some important announcements. Actually never mind, I originally had one announcement to make but it isn't relevant anymore, so instead I'm just going to answer 2 questions. The first of which comes from this guy, who asks on my previous modding video, what is the point of showing mods if you don't show us how to install them? Well sir, I don't mean to be rude, but are you fucking blind? I literally leave a link to the Discord in every single one of the mod videos, and you can easily download them once you join the server. And even if I didn't provide the Discord link, I don't see why there would be no point in showing a mod video without telling everyone how to install and play with it. I mean, some people just want to watch it for the entertainment value more than wanting to play with it themselves, you know. Just take for example the very first mod videos I made, such as 10 times kidnap cards and the super short corner track, where I never mentioned how or where to download it, but most people were fine with that. Now there were a few people who asked for it, but no one really went out to say, hey, why make this video if you're not going to give us the link to download them? Next question. This one is about said mod mentioned in the previous question. But before I read it, let me just say that I recognize this name. You were the one who tried sneaking into the clan to leech rewards by lying to one of my officers in the final minutes of the week. So shame on you. I hope your parent/guardian gave you a beating for that. So, if every tower me and Tyler covered is OP, Does that mean they are actually slightly balanced compared to each other? Yes, the answer is yes. Need I say more? But even though the top towers in that mod are slightly balanced relative to each other, it doesn't change the fact that the game itself isn't balanced, cause with all those OP towers means insane cash gain, and insane cash gain means you can defend everything that comes your way. Alright, we resume to the final 4 upgrades, firstly looking at the 3x radar scanner upgrade. Just as I expected, I guess. If we submerge it, we'll see that nearly the entire sub goes transparent as it goes into the water. Moving on to the 4x nuclear sub now, and holy shit is that thing gigantic. Well, it appears to be about as long as the original nuclear sub, but it looks a hell of a lot bigger here due to its immense thickness. Like damn, this baby is thicker than the thickest bitch on my block, and that's saying something. And for the second last upgrade, the Ballistic Missile, the sub gains what appears to be front/side windows and some wings to disguise itself as a fish so the other sea creatures get spooked by it. Quite an interesting design if I do say so myself. Lastly, skin 9 out of 9, the first strike capability gains an immense amount of length that many men can only dream of. Sadly, it's still beat out by the nuclear sub in both X and Y axis, with the tip just barely edging it out in the length column. I'm convinced these things are windows unless someone tells me otherwise. All in all, the Steampunk Submarine skin theme did not wow me away, nor did it turn me off, so all I can say is if you like the skin, then by all means purchase that shit. The same thing applies to pretty much every skin really. But there's certainly some skins where I'd say are way more worth it compared to others due to extra particles or simply awesomeness. So tell me what you think below, Steampunk nay or yay? With a potential long break between skins coming up, expect to see a fuck ton of modding videos, although I reckon I will get burnt out sooner than later, so expect the usual 2 or 3 videos a week. Like the video and have a punky day.